Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to Pokeshoot channel on the Guitar Leather System. And I just got this yesterday, actually from another guitar broker, which was kind of cool. I've done a lot of business with them, so we work together. But this is really a neat guitar. Pretty darn unique. I didn't see one other one anywhere on the net, by the way. I do believe it's made in Korea, probably in the 90s. I don't know exactly, but I've sold a lot of guitars in my life, so I've got a pretty good intuitive feel. The inlay work of the wood here is just gorgeous, and it's got beautiful flame on the back, top, and sides. And when I look at this guitar sideways, I see two really thick layers of wood. Almost, I mean, it's not like a normal laminate that has a super thin layers. It's got two super thick layers. Kind of reminds me of like the theory of a double top on a classical or something, a high-end double top. But it sounds. It's got some type of center block. I don't know what that is. But it's got that kind of high-end archtop sound, like almost like a Gibson L5 or something, where you hear that kind of solid wood tone, you know. And then up the back pickup sounds great. It's a very musical. It's got pretty thick strings on it, but it really has a beautiful sound. Of course, the gold's kind of faded, and you know, on the pickups you can see it's kind of faded on the edges. But yeah, this is a really high quality guitar. It doesn't sound like a guitar. It plays and sounds like something you could pay a lot more money for. And I love this wood inlay stuff on there. It probably could stand to be cleaned. I don't do a lot of cleaning on guitars, but it has a really nice playable action. It's got too thin of strings on it for my taste. So and it kind of feels like it's got 8s or 9s. I think I'd put some 10s on this. But yeah, this is really a nice guitar. It plays real nice though too. But it has that real nice. Like I said, sometimes I've had Epiphone guitars that were older ones, arch tops that have had like the thicker layers of wood, but I've never seen this thick a layer. I mean, it's almost like two really thick layers, you know. It kind of reminds me, like I said, of kind of a hybrid solid top type thing. This is a well thought out guitar. Strings are old on it. Super thin strings right now. Let me show you a little bit of an overdrive sound here. This is again, these are old strings. Pretty good sustain, huh? And I literally have hardly any volume on the amp. I mean, really low, and it was still sustaining that much. That's a really good sign, by the way. There's little things you learn about guitars that kind of tip off to like but my whole thing is selling guitars that punch way above the price, just to put it in a nutshell of what I do. That's what I try to achieve. And this is a solid state amp. Now that's on the neck pickup too. It really has a nice sound. I'm not warmed up at all. Here's both pickups. But you know, really, the true test. I mean, one of them, I guess I should say, is the sound on clean. And this guitar just sounds. But man, I love the look of this. My son just drove down from Davis California. He got a degree in nutrition and did his internship and all that. Now he's moving to Frisco. But he just came down yesterday, and on his trip down here, I sent him a picture of this, and he was just like, wow, you know. It really is pretty darn impressive, you know. It's just got a really, and it's got Grover tuners, and this is a lot of guitar. I don't know if I'm going to negotiate much on this at all, because it's and like I said, I think it's got 8s or 9s on it, and it sounds this good. So with like 10s or 11s. But you can shake hands with that tone. Yeah, really. Like the pickups aren't just powerful sounding, they sound really musical, and these are like old strings too. Pickups just have that musical. Really, I mean, beautiful jazz sound. I really like this guitar a lot. It's got a nice low action right now. Like I think I'd put 10s on this so I could, you know, really cruise around on it too. But yeah, it's just a really, I don't see one of these anywhere on the net for sale. Like I said, it's got the center block, which gives you not just extra sustain, but the center block, from my experience of selling and buying guitars for over 35 years, it creates a lot of beautiful mid-range and mid-bass and bass. It helps define the mid-bass and the mids, and that's where a lot of the magic happens on a guitar. Of course, it has great treble too, but there's a lot of like you take the old John Scofield, you know, Ibanez AS200s and things like that. I think this sounds better actually. It's a lot. This is a lot of guitar for the money. I'm really going to miss it, but this is the kind of stuff I love to deal in, because I love to get emails from people to say, "Wow, man, I'm so happy with so much value that I got." Because that's kind of the weak area. Even a lot of great Gibson 335s are kind of weak in the mid bass, you know. So when you can find a guitar like this, so like I said, I'm not sure if the center block. The center block could be maple, but it kind of sounds like mahogany, but I don't know for sure. But there's just such a good, you know, meaty tone. And again, this has got like 8s or 9s on it, and it sounds that good. I love the sustain and tone. Let me do a little bit more of a bluesy tone. Again, I'm using an old solid state PV amp. I paid $1.50 for. I have hardly any volume on that channel, obviously. Let me go a little higher on that channel. But yeah, I am excited about this. I worked my ass off to find great guitars. It's not easy. So then that was the neck pickup. And again, I have literally hardly any volume going on this right now. Yeah, this is a pretty sweet guitar, man. I just love it. The wood is just gorgeous on it. And like you got flame on the sides, you got flame on the back, you got flame on the top, and you have inlaid flame, you know. Kind of have a feeling this might go kind of quick, so if you like it, you might want to hit me up. I really don't want to use PayPal. I've had bad experiences with them, not my fault, by the way. I think they've just gotten a little too big, you know, so I'd prefer just some other way. Or if you're on Reverb, you want to buy it on Reverb, just buy it any way you want. Yeah, and I love this when you do the extra overdrive. It just has, whoops. Like I said, that sustain. And that's not using any pedals, that's just using the lousy overdrive. See, it's got that sweetness. Kind of sounds like a high-end Mesa Boogie, and it's the guitar, it's not the amp. The amp's nothing special. Anyway, I'm not warmed up at all, so I'm kind of fumbling around here. Usually I can kind of rip off some halfway decent shit, but I'm cold as ice right now. But I just wanted to get this on because I think somebody's gonna. That clean sound is just amazing, man. And again, I think there's like 9s or 8s on this guitar right now, and it sounds that good. But do you hear what I mean about the mid bass? And this is kind of educational. A lot of people don't understand that about guitars. It's oftentimes that's the weakest area. Is that mid bass can get really weak, and most guitars are very, especially acoustic guitars, are very thin in the mid bass, and even arch tops, it's a weak area. Anyway, I'm going to make this a short demo. Yeah, the strings are too thin on here though. It needs... Yeah, so this is a beautiful guitar. Anyway, I prefer to be paid by wire transfer personally. That's the way I prefer to be paid. I just, like I said, I'm kind of burned out on some of these other forms, you know. If you see it on Reverb, just pay any way you want though, because I know it's secure through Reverb. I've just had some issues, like I said, with PayPal that wasn't even my fault. I've done a ton of deals that worked out okay, but it seems like as they've gotten bigger, they've been a little more problematic. So, all right, folks, so take care. This did not come with a case or anything. If you want to throw me in like an extra 25, or we work something out, I'll throw in a gig bag. But the gig bag is actually for an acoustic guitar, but it will help it be much safer in shipping. So I'd prefer to ship it with something other than just a ton of bubble wrap, which is expensive too, you know. But yeah, God, this thing sounds amazing though. Like I just. Folks, take care. Devlin DVE1. Bitchin' guitar, man. To me, it's got more like a $2,000 sound, but you can't judge a guitar by price. But that's my whole thing, is providing great value at a great price. Take care.